Yo, so today I'm gonna be taking a shower in my tiny house. I feel like a lot of people have been asking me, like, how do I take a shower? Is there a shower? Like, where's the water come from? I'm gonna give you all the details here. I've now been taking a shower in here for a few weeks now. It's been going pretty well. There are some downsides to it, though. I want to be honest with you guys. There are some downsides, and I will show you in detail. So the first step to taking a shower is I gotta turn on the water. For the most part, get the water off, and that's mainly because I just always have like some irrational fears when I'm away from home that like the water will burst and like my whole like tiny house will flood and like I'm homeless and like I just think about like the worst case scenario. So I think it's always best whenever I leave my house, especially I turn off the water. But in general, I just keep it off unless I have to wash my hands, wash my dishes, or take a shower. So that's not really that much time of the day. And I only think that way because I did the plumbing myself, and I'm not like a plumber or anything. And I learned from YouTube, so I just maybe don't fully trust myself. But I do know it is for the most part working like completely fine. So I just need to trust that, and probably eventually I will stop like having it off at all times, other than when I use it. So yeah, but it'll just probably just take a little bit of time to get to that point. Hey, Cheddar. So I really just got hot and cold. I'm just gonna flip them both on. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Since I don't really have a washer and dryer anymore, I kind of just wash my clothes at my girlfriend's house, and then like once a week. And since I take a shower every day, that I'm not over there, which is 5 days a week. I stay in the tiny house. Basically, my towel is always wet, and so I thought the only way to really dry it is to put it outside. I mean, it will probably get a little complicated when it gets time to be like when it's like raining every day and snowing and shit. So I think at that point I'll probably get more towels, but for now I just kind of put it out here for it to dry each day. So the next step to taking a shower is I basically have to turn on my water heater. I keep the water heater like off at all times other than when I take a shower. So I wash my hands and I wash my dishes with cold water, unless it's like my blender or my air fryer. Like I really just use cold water for everything because I want to use the least amount of electricity as I possibly can. My water heater is right underneath my sink. All right, I just plugged in the water heater. I just got to move this trash can and my fire extinguisher. All I gotta do is spin this thing here and it heats it up. Alright, now the next step is I gotta take out the toilet from the shower. It's not really that heavy. I feel like I've gotten quite a few comments that said that it's a poor design because the toilet would be heavy to carry out every time I take a shower, and honestly it's not. So it's back here inside the shower. All right, I'm gonna get undressed now. I'm just gonna be wearing my swimsuit, obviously. So yeah, and then I'll hop in. Oh yeah, I did want to also mention that, since I have such a small water heater, it doesn't quite stay warm the entire time. So when I get out, I'm freezing. It's already freezing now without even getting in. So I like to have my clothes ready to go and my heater ready to go too, because I want to immediately unplug the water heater and then plug in my space heater so I can get nice and toasty in here. And I wanted to show you also my drawer that I have for socks and boxers, because it's very tight. I had to put like half of my socks and boxers at my girlfriend's house because there's just not enough room. This drawer is all I got. And also I have a drawer for like bathroom stuff, for my teeth, my body, just everything like that. So I can show you that as well. So here's the one for like body stuff, deodorant. I like to have that ready to go. Shaving stuff, lotion, toothbrush, random shit. Whoop. And then this one down here is just like my socks. And this one is my boxers. Ooh. What I've learned is that it gets hot, hella hot, and it slowly gets cold like Well, actually, pretty quickly it gets cold again. So I have to be like pretty fast with my shower, um, which isn't terrible, but yeah, a little risky in here. Oh, all right, so now that I'm done with the shower, I want to give you a little bit more details on it. So, like I said, it's sometimes like, or not even sometimes, but almost every single time I've taken a shower, other than today, it like gets cold maybe 2 minutes into it. I feel like the one thing I did differently this time though was I turned on the water heater a lot earlier before I took my shower than all the other times. I feel like before I turned on the water heater and almost immediately got into the shower. And that's probably why it was fucking cold all those other times. So I'm really happy I ended up filming this because now I realize like it actually is a good water heater. I spent $200 on it. So I was like, maybe that's just not enough money to spend on a water heater for it to actually work to take a shower, you know? Oop. So I'm really happy to say, like, I like truly when I was in there just now, hot the entire time. Actually, too hot. I burned myself a few times because I was just expecting for it to be like cold. But anyways, yeah, I really love the shower. I think that it's working out just fine. I mean, there is like a couple of issues, like a really tiny small leak still on the exterior, just like dripping out of like the on and off valve. And I finally have like a really good handyman that can fix everything in this whole place. So he's gonna fix that. I keep on buying things and it just partially works, doesn't fully fix the job, so I want him to just fix it and be done with it. And then another thing is the shower like is not level. The whole tiny house isn't level. I talked about this many times. And again, that new handyman I have is gonna level this whole tiny house. He's even gonna install a loft. He's gonna insulate the ceiling. Like, he's doing so much work for really low pay because he's a neighbor and he actually helped me out when I had a backyard fire. He's the one who came back here and broke down the fence and actually got shit moving and got shit got it like cleaned up and whatnot, or got the fire to kind of go down before the fire trucks came. So he is like a connection to me. I guess he's like religious, so he just is called to help me. So I'm really grateful for that. I'm not religious, but I love that he is religious and that he has some type of calling to help me because I do need help, like truly, because I don't really have money and I just obviously I'm living in this tiny house. I need so much work done. So anyways, all that to say, he is going to be fixing my issues I have. When he levels it, the shower won't be like, you know, there's like water on one side. It seems like it is waterproof because I did waterproof it myself, but it just needs to be leveled a little bit more because every time I take a shower I have to like scooch a bunch of water into the, you know, drain so it doesn't overflow or whatever. So yeah, those are really the only two issues I have with it right now, and both of them are going to be resolved really soon. But I love the shower. It works out really great. I'm just so happy it works because, you know, living in a tiny house is kind of like the biggest concern, like taking a shower and like I guess like the kitchen, like bathroom and kitchen is like the hardest part to get down. And this, you know, tiny house being so tiny, I was scared I wasn't gonna, you know, wasn't able to fulfill all those like needs in here, but I'm happy I did. Anyways, I'm sure I'll make more videos on the shower. I really want to make like a day in the life of living in a tiny house. So the shower, the sleeping, the eating all in one video, and like what I do all day, you know, in the backyard. And, you know, going to the bathroom as well. I'm going to make more videos on the toilet. I'm going to make more videos on everything. But I thought I would just get this one out of the way because I feel like I got a few comments, you know, asking about it. And I do think it's an important thing to show, you know, the reality of it, of, you know, building this tiny house, you know, on my own. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.